Hello and welcome to our January class in a box and card class. My name's Jenny McCormack from Jemini Crafts. Thank you so much for booking this class. If you're watching this introductory video, this just explains the components of the class boxes and any other relevant information. And then there are individual videos, one for each of the different card designs. And you can follow those in any order. They don't have to be done in the order that I've given them. You can just jump on in wherever you wish. And of course you can do your own thing. You don't have to follow any of my instructions. You can just use the components. There's plenty of spare product, especially papers. And you'll have some cardstock and some embellishments and things left over depending on how much you use on the cards themselves. There are 5 different cards and they vary from straightforward layering and stamping card right the way through to some 3D cards. So this video is just purely an introduction to the kit. So in your kit, whether you come in person or whether you have this posted to you, it comes in a cardboard box, so it's all protected, and these pieces here are in a plastic packet inside to protect them from the elements. So there is a sheet of outline instructions. More importantly, this contains the dimensions. You can make the cards from this, but ideally you'll want to watch the video even if you watch it through at double speed or muted or whatever, because there are hints and tips as we go along. So you have the first sheet of instructions here. You then have some other diagrams, a list of the products that we use in the class, and then a link to the resources page with the QR code for the videos and the resources. If there's an update to your printed sheets, this is uploaded to the resources page, and you can download or just view the latest version at any time. We have the obligatory chocolate, of course. It's Curly Whirly. Most people seem to like Curly Whirlies. You then have a little packet of embellishments. This includes a sheet of dimensionals for you, the purple gems, the brushed brass butterflies, and then we have some of the die cuts taken from the Perennial Lavender die set, and also the die cuts that go with for the sentiments themselves for the cards. So you have a packet of those. In your pack you will have these 2 sheets, and these have been cut, scored and perforated already, and that's because not everybody, I appreciate, has a perforating tool, and this will make a standard size card, but it has this edge here which has been perforated. I'm not going to fold this because it's somebody's pack. So this last little panel here is perforated, and in your packs, online, I'll send you a little leaflet that says that you can enclose with the card that basically says this has a tear off bookmark that you can use. So it's perforated already. I used our perforating tool from the Take Your Pick tool, but if you've got a perforating blade, for example, on your paper trimmer or something similar, you may have an old perforating tool that Stampin' Up used to do many years ago. If I can see mine. Yes, it's here. So this one, I don't know how old this is, but this had a perforating tool on it. So if you still have one of these from Stampin' Up, oh, it's a bit tight. No, I'm not going to play with it. You could use one of those. So this has been cut, scored and perforated. If you don't want to do that particular card, just cut off the very right hand side and you'll have standard size cards. So there are 2 of those in your pack, so you want to make sure that you keep those separately and don't use those until you come to do card number 3, which is the card with the detachable bookmark. You then have 12 sheets of 6 by 12 inch Perennial Lavender papers. So there's 3, and then you get that twice over. That's the other side, and then another 3 here. So that's just so pretty. And then the other sides here. So you get 12 of those all together. For most of the cards, you'll only need a third of a sheet, if that. Okay, so plenty to go around. You have a square envelope for the square card and 5 plain envelopes for the normal cards. You have 2 sheets of A5 basic white card, and this is the thin white card that you can use for layering. So you want to keep that separate from the thick card. Obviously you can use the thick card for layering, but you don't really want to use the thin card as a card base. It's really not quite strong enough on its own. And then you'll have a stack of card in assorted colours to go with the papers. So you have 3 of the thick white, and then you have 4 of the coloured card. These can be used for card bases, or they can be used for the layers on the card. So you have plenty there. If you use those all for card bases, you've got 14 card bases there. But obviously you've also got the 2 that we talked about earlier, but also you're going to use some of these for layering. Okay, and that's it. So that's the contents of your packets. You may have an extra piece like this. This is the piece that was cut off when I created the bookmark card. So this is an offcut, but I suddenly thought this would make a nice set of bookmarks in its own right. So I thought rather than use those for something else, some of them were used for the cutting out of the lavender dye there. But the rest I just popped in your packs. So you may have 1, you might have 2. I just did those at random. So don't worry, those aren't for a particular project, but I did think they would make nice bookmarks in their own right. So thank you. I hope you enjoy the class. I look forward to crafting in person on the 30th of January. And in the meantime, if you have any queries or questions on the class, or you want to be involved in our next class in February, don't hesitate to message me or email me or comment on this video. And if you're in the UK, you can take part in the class in a box. You can also buy just the instructions and videos if you wish. So if you're outside of the UK, excuse me, or you already have these components, you can buy those at any time. So thank you so much. Enjoy your class in a box.